Welcome back to The Architect by Asset Tailor. I'm Julian, sitting here at the research desk with our lead analyst, Elena. Now, if you've been on the roads in Gauteng or KZN over the last 24 hours, you've seen it. The queues are wrapping around the block. People are fighting for the last drop of 95 unleaded. Over 140 petrol stations have officially run out of stock.
It's a staggering number, Julian. And let's be clear, this isn't a global oil shortage. The oil is in the country. It's sitting in the depots. The failure we're seeing today is purely structural. It's a breakdown in the secondary distribution network.
Exactly. And that is what I want to unpack today. Because for the Asset Tailor community, this isn't a story about a fuel hike. This is a forensic look at what I call the resilience gap. Elena, from a data perspective, why did the plumbing of the economy just burst?
It's the just-in-time trap. Our national logistics architecture is engineered for optimal flow. It's lean, it's efficient, and it's designed to minimize storage costs. But Julian, as we always say, optimization is the enemy of resilience. Our research shows that road tanker utilization is already at near 100%. The system is built to handle average daily demand. The moment you have a predictable surge, like motorists trying to front-run a record 2 Rand per liter hike, the last-mile distribution engine simply stalls. You cannot squeeze a month's worth of demand through a 24-hour pipe.
And that right there is the lesson. We've built a fair weather economy. It works beautifully when the sun is shining and the lines are smooth, but it has zero buffer, no margin for error. If the fuel industry, the literal blood in the veins of our economy, cannot handle a single day of high demand without a systemic stockout, what does that say about every other supply chain in South Africa?
It says they are all equally brittle, and we need to talk about the cost of this fracture. Tomorrow, the energy tax hits. We've calculated that this record hike is going to extract approximately 2.8 billion Rand in disposable income from South African households in April alone.
2.8 billion, gone, overnight. That isn't just a number. That is a giant vacuum cleaner sucking the liquidity out of the retail sector. We're looking at a consumption cliff. By next week, the consumer's wallet is going to be as dry as those pumps in Sandton.
So how do we architect for this? 2 weeks ago, we did a deep dive on ShopRite and their B2B pivot. The reason we liked that move then is the same reason it matters now: vertical integration.
Spot on. In a high-friction economy, you cannot afford to be at the mercy of third-party logistics. If you don't own the trucks and you don't own the warehouses, you don't own your future.
Precisely. The strategy for the current quarter is simple. Overweight the asset-heavy giants who own their own distribution rails, disaggregate from the asset-light players who are purely at the mercy of the system. In 2026, control is the only premium worth paying.
Control is the only moat that doesn't evaporate when the heat stays on. The pumps are dry today, but the smart capital is already positioning for where the money flows tomorrow. That's our read on the fracture. You can find the full data architecture and the sector watch lists on the LinkedIn page of our written report. Until next time, stop trading the noise and start architecting your wealth.
Just a final note before we head out, this briefing is for informational and educational purposes only. The research and analysis provided by the Asset Tailor desk do not constitute personalized financial or investment advice under the South African FACE Act.
Exactly. Capital allocation always involves structural risk.
So please ensure you consult a registered financial services provider before making any major capital decisions. Asset Tailor Pty Limited. Your market, refined.